Dr. S. Manasa, Assistant Professor from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today I am going to talk about Human Development Index as a part of the GDI. So let us discuss about what are this HDI means. So Human Development Index, what does it and what is it? So growth and development of human index development, if you can see, both growth and development refer to a changes over the period of the time. So what is growth is what is the change over the period, and how development. So the development also we will consider as a factor which changes after a period of time. So what is the growth? So growth is a quantitative and value neutral change. So there is a change, it is a quantitative term, how much growth is happened, we can say quantitative terminology where we say how much is the change, and it is a neutral change. It can be either positive or a negative sign. So the growth that we describe, if the growth is high, then we describe it as a positive, and if the growth is less, then we go for the negative sign. So this is about the growth. Then what is development? Qualitative change, which is always positive. So it is a qualitative change, but in case of growth it is a quantitative. So how much is the count? So quantitative you say. So qualitative is the developmental comes under the qualitative change, and it is a positive. So development occurs when a positive growth takes place. So when the development occurs, so when the growth is in a positive manner, then we say it as the developed place, or anything which is moving towards a positive growth, we say it is developed. So for example, if the population of a city grows from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs over a period of time, we say that a city has grown. So we say the population count has increased, then we say the population of city has grown. But however, if facilities like housing, provision of basic services and other characteristics remain the same, then the growth is not being accomplished by the development. So when we call it as a development is, along with the population, the minimum need, housing, food, cloth, everything, the provisions that are needed for that particular population is required, means that has been given, then we say that if all are having proper housing, food, availability of all resources, then along with the growth of the population, we say that that particular city is developed. So development is a qualitative term, means when you combine the growth and development is along with the growth, for example like population, then other necessities are given, means they are able to get all the requirements, then that particular city or the community is called it is a developed city or the developed community. So what is this HDI about, and what does it talk? Let us see. So the quality of life that people enjoy in a country, the opportunities that they have, and the freedoms that they enjoy are important factors of the development. So we all know that any nation is called developed, so only when it is moving towards a positive sign in all terms of resources, opportunities, education, everything. So if a country is fulfilled with all the terms, then only it is called the development. So what are the aspects of development? That can be the quality of the life that the people have, and opportunities are the resources that they have, and how much freedom they have to enjoy, and these are all counted into the part of the development. So in this so now comes the term Human Development Index. That means what? The index which gives about the human development, how far the human are developed. So this concept was first introduced by Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. So this person, He described that human development as a development that enlarges the people's choices and improves their lives. So, particular development or human development is particularly called, means that particular people are called developed only when they have the plenty of resources and they are utilizing that and improving their lives. So when this is in a development in a positive manner by absorbing the resources chances, so they have choices and they take that and improve, that is used for the improvement of their life. So then this is called human development. So the index which describes about this factor means how the humans are developed for given resources are the choices, that gives the human development index. So this is been first given by the person Dr. Mahbub ul Haq. So that can be the resources, the choices can be access to the resources and it can be health as well as education are the key areas of the human development. So the human development is considered with respect to what are all can be resources and health as well as the education. So these three terms are the key areas, are the key factors. So here it has given one example here. Then see, which of these lives are meaningful lives? Where do you see yourself in a year from now? So I hope to find a cheaper and more effective to treat the cancer. So when you ask a doctor or the person who is working in the medical field, so where you want to get improved, then she says that I want to find out cheaper medicine so that it will reach to the people. Then if you ask some thief or some person, he says answer is dead or the prison. So what is meaningful in this? So we all know that this comes under the, so this is what, so you want yourself also to develop. So it is merely not living doesn't mean that that can go into the development. So just to get an idea, this example has been shown here. So coming to the complete part of the human development. So we have four factors that are acting as the pillars for this human development. So there are four pillars of human development, and such as any building supported by the pillars, this idea of human development is supported by the concepts of four concepts. They are equity, sustainability, productivity and empowerment. So first of all you should have what? Equity, equal opportunities or the chances or the resources to be given to the all people. Then sustainability. Sustainability is what? Someone able to live, that is, that can be freedom of living or they can able to sustain in the particular given community. And productivity, how would this go into your fruitful products? So you are working as something now, and how would you go in the future to give a productivity either to the country or to your family or yourself? How far you are improving, that gives the productivity. It can be in terms of human income or the work productivity can be there. And the next one is empowerment. So these are things, so how you are able to empower the people. So your work, your development, how far it is able to bring up those who are down in the this below the development line. So these factors are the key factors for the human development. So let us see each one, what does it mean. So the first one is what? Equity refers to what? It refers to the making equal access or opportunities available to everybody. So equal opportunity should be given to the all persons in a given place. Then sustainability means what? Sustainability is the continuity in the availability of any opportunities. So opportunities or resources should be there as a continuous. It is not like that just for the namesake these opportunities are there and then after a few days all disappear. So they should be continued. They should sustain over the period of time. So that is considered as a sustainability. And the next one is productivity. So what does productivity mean? This means that human labor productivity or the productivity in terms of the human work. So what is the outcome that you are producing over by the human work? So that is told as productivity. Then comes the empowerment. So this empowerment means to have the power to make their choices. So one can able to make their own choices. That much the independence or the power should be given to them. So that is the empowerment. So how you are making everyone to take the decisions and they have the authority over their choices. So that is by over the developments you bringing the people to make their own choices and go in their own choice of interest. So that is called empowerment. So now we have studied what are the pillars of this and who discovered it, and then we will let us see what is this human development index is actually. So it is a tool that is used to measure a country's overall achievement in its social, economical direction. So it can be socially or economic way. So how far the country has been developed. So by using this HDI, you can find out how far the development has occurred in a given country. So the definition includes Human Development Index, that is HDI, is a composite static of life expectancy, education, and per capita income. That those per capita income indicators which are used to rank the countries into 4 tiers of human development. So by using this human development index, the expectancy, education, and income. So taking all this life expectancy or how the statistic of life expectancy and education of a given country and income, how they are. So by taking these, the HDI is calculated. How we will calculate? Let us see in the next slide. But so based on these factors, the countries have been classified into 4 tiers of human development. So what are those? Let us see. Human Development Index. So this is measurement. So what does this index give? Human Development Index is a measure of economic development and economic welfare. So how come in particular the country has been developed, or economically how much is the development, how much is the welfare? That index gives what, how come or what, till what level it has achieved. So let us see how this origin of HDI has happened. So the HDI is being devised as well as launched by the Pakistani economist, as we discussed just now. He is Dr. Mahbub ul Haq in 1990, and another person Amartya Sen, and this Mahbub ul Haq, so they worked together upon capabilities and functioning, which provided the conceptual framework. So what are the capabilities and functionings on the framework based? So if we can do how this human Development Index can be calculated, and it is being published in the United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. So what are the factors that should be considered for calculating HDI of any country? So it is based on what? One is dimensions, what you take, and the indicators, what are there, and the final is the dimension factor index. So the dimensions include, first is, so the life expectancy or nothing but the long and healthy life. So how much healthy people are there means how long is the life of a average human of a particular place. And knowledge, this gives what about education, okay, and a decent standard of living. So this gives what standard of living. So what are the indicators? One is life expectancy at birth. So as we are talking about the healthy life, so what is the life expectancy at birth? Then knowledge is about education, so mean year of schooling and expected year of schooling. So on average, how many people at that year? What is the mean year? Means people who are going to the school on an average of the people who are and an average age of the people who are going to the school and expected years of schooling. Then coming to the economic way, that is what? The gross national income per capita. So what is the income that you are getting? So coming to the dimension index, so that what does it give? It gives what? Life expectancy index. So from the life expectancy at birth, you get what? Life expectancy index. So same way, when you calculate the mean year of schooling and expected year of schooling, you get the education index, and that is gross nation. You get the GNI index. So all these three things together will count for human development index. So education index, GNI index, and then life expectancy index. These three combinedly will give human development index. Then let us see how does it get calculated. So how is the GDI is calculated? Sorry, it is HDI here, Human Development Index is calculated. The Human Development Index examines three important criteria of economic development. One is life expectancy, another is education and income levels, as we just now saw. And it creates overall score between 0 and 1. So the index is ranging from 0 to 1. So the range is in between 0 to 1. Okay. Then 1 indicates what? It indicates high level of economic development. For example, if a country is highly developed in economic way, then that is given as the rank 1. So that it means that HDI rank 1 means what? That country is complete, has a complete development in terms of economy. Okay. And 0 means what? Very low level of economic development. So how does we measure human development? So Human Development Index ranks the countries based on their performance in the key areas of health, education and access to the resources. So based on these three key factors, HDI is conducted for each country and the ranking is given. So coming to the health, one key factor, the indicator chosen to access the health is what? Life expectancy at the birth. So a higher life expectancy means that people have greater chance of living longer and a healthier life. For example, if we take one particular place, then we see all people who are living for the longer years. So for example, we have that place who has a longer lifetime. So that life expectancy of that place becomes what? That means they have the higher life expectancy. So we can just guess that all the people who are living in that community can have their longer and healthier lives as well. Then coming to the next factor is the education. So it gives an idea about the adult literacy rate and the gross enrollment ratio that represents the access to the knowledge. So how many are getting educated and what is the enrollment ratio? So how many people are getting enrolled for the education? So the number of adults who are able to read and write and the number of children who enroll in the schools show how easy or the difficult it is to access the knowledge in a particular country. So, if you have a community or the place where the elders and youngers are there, so for example, they may be literate or illiterate, but they may have studied, might have gone to the schools or not. The adults I'm talking about, but they are able to read and write, for example, and their children are able to go to school. So we will take the count of how many people per that. For example, 100 number of people are there, out of which 80 members can read and write, adults. And the same way, like 50 members children are there. Those children are almost like 40 people are going to the schools. So we take the count of the number of children who enroll to the schools as well as number of people who are able to write and read. So that gives it that education index of that particular community. So access to the resources is measured in terms of purchasing powers. So in terms of resources we can see how much amount you are purchasing. So these are the three education, and this is access to the resources. So these are the three key factors based on which the human index development is calculated. So let us go for the calculation of HDI. First one is what? Life expectancy index. So there are three factors we know. One is life expectancy index, that is called LEI. So what is the formula for life expectancy? Minus 20 divided by 85 minus 20. So for example, we have here 85, life expectancy here is 85, and then the minus 20. So educational index is what? The educational index gives number of adults who are able to read and write, this one, and the number of children, mean year of school. So this MYSI gives so mean year of schooling index. So this is what? The number of children who are going to school. So that is given as what? Mean year of schooling divided by the 15. So this is as MYSI, and then expected year of schooling index. So this is given by expected year of schooling divided by the 8. So this gives what? Expected year of schooling index. So total educational index is what? Mean year of schooling index plus expected year of schooling index divided by 2. Why? Because this is an average. So it is a mean of average of mean year schooling index plus expected year of schooling index by 2. Okay. So this gives about what? Educational index. So we have studied what is life expectancy and educational index. Next comes income index, that is given as II. So income index can be calculated as ln of GNIPC. That means what? Gross national income per capita. So for one country, how much is the gross national income? Minus ln 100 divided by ln 7,500, 75,000 and minus ln 100. So this gives the income index. So what is this HDI? Is cubic cubic root of the life expectancy index into the educational index into income index. So it is a multiplication of life expectancy index, educational expectancy index, and then income index. So that is cube root of all these three gives what? Human development index. So let us see one example here. For example, life expectancy index you have got 0.679, and education index in a particular country you have got 0.495, and income index is 0.59. So that is cube root you can write as what? 1 by to the power 1 by 3 we can write. So the life expectancy index into educational index into income index. So all these three, 0.679 into 0.495 into 0.599 to the power 1 by 3 gives what? This is the human development index. So when it is 0.586, that means what? It is more than half 50% development has been occurred, almost 60%. So that way we can count the human development index. So till now we have done the basic what is SDA we have studied and how to calculate. So let us deal in detail in the next class. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.